At the beginning, was the language a difficulty for making business decisions?
Okay, for the first question, if the language was some kind of impediment for me to be development my life, yes. In the beginning, yes. As soon as I learned English, it was very easy to grow up with my life and with everybody else. I make friends about job. I find the job I was looking for. And what else I can say? I don't know. Like I say, in the beginning, the language, was a barrier. After I learned it, I have no problem about it.
When you were in a negotiation for the first time with a client of another country, their culture was a disadvantage negotiation or look a way to continue?
Okay, when I got a negotiation with somebody else that doesn't speak my language or didn't speak the language, well, it was hard to understand what they're saying or what I was talking about it. I never quit, to talk to the person. Probably we use a sign language, or probably I try to find somebody else to help me out with the problem. By the end, I always agree with the person to find a way to get an answer to every question. I never quit. That's the whole point. I never quit with a person who has a question for me in about negotiation.
In his labor experience, which was you have to face when dealing with clients of a different culture.
Okay, on my experience, well, I think the worst deal that has to do with the customers or labor thing is with customers that they can understand my accent. It's very hard for them to understand what I'm saying, especially when they're coming from another countries like Europe. Another thing, some people do not like, people do not like to listen to people to speak language like a barrier, like very bad accent. They refuse to talk to people like that. Uh, Besides that, other people are nice, but thinking that for the people coming from other countries, we also got the barrier, especially from Europe. Uh, they have the same problem with us. People who are coming from Latin America. Well, we're trying harder to talk, speak, understand English like everybody else.
Which are the differences that you have noticed between his culture and the culture of the country where you work?
Okay, the difference between the cultures between Peru and United States are huge. First of all, United States have 40 years in advance of our culture with everything else. First of all, respect for everybody is very big deal about here. Example, respect. You can call a fat, I'm gonna say in Spanish, you can call gorda in Peru and it's nothing, nobody's gonna get upset. If you call a fat gorda in the United States, it's a huge deal. It's something that they're gonna be offense, Another thing here, what is civil security is very tight. People doesn't, they understand what is the deal about a, what your rights end, what their rights start. Another thing is the culture is very tight about what is control of everything, and the respect. talking about respect about schools, respect about even driving, manejar, driving. Driving is allowed the respect. Respect about lights, respect about the lines, respect about the other people coming in and going out. Another thing is respect about when you find things. Like if somebody lose $20, I'm gonna say this in Spanish. Cuando alguien pierde $20, people return it. La gente lo regresa. They don't keep it in the pockets or put it a step with the shoes only so nobody can find it. It's respect, but it's control, respect about private property. And that's a huge difference about what is everything in this country and everybody else, including Peru. Is about to be in a way that everybody follow rule. Rules are very important here.
In business, what are the negotiation customs that Americans have?
The about negotiation with American people are very strictly. American people have the custom that whatever they say is whatever they do. Number one. Number two is when they ever sign a contract, they stick to the contract to the end. It's nothing fake. It's nothing like it's gonna like uh, get you down. Number three, a negotiation with American people is some kind of negotiation that you have kind of trust. Trust means that you gotta believe why you sign it because for them it's not turning down. It's nothing that you're gonna say, oh, probably never gonna happen, or it's gonna happen later. You know, as soon as you sign the contract, it's gonna happen. So, negotiation with American people, you know, it's gonna happen no matter what.
Based on your experience, what tips can you give to people who are going to have negotiation with foreign clients?
Well, the tips I can give you to everybody over there is that first of all, be honest. Honestly is the most important tool when you make a negotiation to make a deal to anybody else. Number two, tool number two is to be on time. On time for American and European people also is important. Means that you care. You care what you're gonna do and that you are very deep inside in the negotiation. Number three, never lie. Never lie about the negotiation. Never say why you don't have, and you say you have, because negotiation is gonna be broke. Number four, tengo mis hijas acá mirándome. Number four, negotiations. When Americans start negotiation and they're gonna end it, make sure that you're gonna signature on it, especially for them and for you. And from this point, when you make a negotiation with people from another country, it's gonna be done. Especially when you have somebody to trust on the side or a witness that can deal and make a signature of what you guys is gonna sign up.